Look at my current base. My current storage. I think we need an upgrade, and I think we need to start working on the main base right here. Let me try to give you the vision. I'm gonna flatten out this area right here. I'm gonna get regular stone. I'm gonna build this up so the mountain looks like it's normal. I'm gonna have like a big, almost like a big castle room up here, and then I'm gonna have a big tower up there. That's gonna be my main base section, and that's what I'm working on in this episode. Step 1 was grabbing all of that from my chests. Step 2 is going to be somehow making this look natural. Because my biggest fear here is this not looking natural. And then I also have to keep these guys from spawning on it. Worst case scenario, I will use buttons and just blend it in, but first we have to make a mountain. Maybe we'll try that. And then we'll have it blend into the regular mountain there. Something I'm looking at is that the bottom of these mountains are actually dirt. So I started with stone, but I should probably actually be starting with dirt. And then maybe have it go up like this. And then maybe we'll have like, I don't know, making this look natural is gonna kill me. Let's do that. Okay, looking at it so far, I don't hate it. I thought I would hate it, but I think I'm just gonna keep building up and seeing how it looks. Alright, here's the little plateau I'm making up here. I don't know what for yet, but honestly, I think I'm gonna do a layer of dirt anyway, right here. But I need more stone, so I'm gonna go do that. I've made cobblestone generators before, but I've never in my life made a stone generator. Not going to. I don't think I'll need enough stone to warrant doing that. At least I hope I don't. If I do, I will, but I'm just trying to get this done right now. Alright, I'm setting up a stone farm. Dude, lightning struck one of my villagers and made it a witch. I had to kill it. And then I don't even know how that guy got there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to get a villager. I did bring extra ones, luckily, so it's not gonna be impossible, but I guess until I fix it, this is a one iron golem spawner. That's so stupid. Here I thought I was gonna mess it up by doing this, and it was a piece of lightning. Alright, I figure I'll make this stone farm down here since I'm getting deep slate down here as well, so let's make this real quick. Alright, that should be enough. I'd improvise it on the design a little bit by bringing it up one and adding these little things, but it was nothing but a thing. We got the stone we need. And I actually need dirt real quick as well. Dirt, 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 dirt. Put the cobble away. Dirt, 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 dirt. Now, now I'm going to sort of. I still want it to try to be smooth. So. Pull some of this. You thought I was done with the plateaus. Think again. We got another plateau going right here. It's not going to be that much bigger, but it is going to be a plateau. Alright, here's the next. I'm not going to lie, it kind of throws it off the flat bit, but I think it'll square out once I actually have the buildings on there, because it'll pretty much simulate going up normally. And then I'm going to have this third rock shelf coming back up towards here, so eventually it'll be all flush. It'll just have buildings in them. So this is kind of what I'm doing. Gonna kind of go in. There's gonna be 2 rows of buildings here, and then it's gonna come back out and continue back up the normal path. This I'm currently making the roof of this. It'll actually just continue to keep going up. I just want to have the roof already made for the layer below it. Alright, I'm gonna AFK here a little longer. Alright. Grab that stone, we'll take it. Here. Alright, so my plan is to cover this in dirt, and I'm going to have like a wheat field going off the side of this. So it'll be, once it grows, I think it'll look real cool. I'm gonna have to add water blocks, but I think just flying through here while that's got stuff growing on it would look cool. Especially with what I plan to do up here. And I'll probably have a river going down here through here and then down this way. So it'll be like it's getting water from that, even though it's, I mean, I might be able to make it actually get water from it, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Alright, to do this next section, I actually need some deep slate, so I'm going to grab this. I had 3 just from mining out for the tunnel bore. I had over 3 shulker boxes full, so I won't even have to run the tunnel bore to get it for a little bit, but this is the flooring I'm going to use for the castle, so I need to make a little more. Polished deep slate, yeah it is. Let's grab that and finish it off. Cool, so now I will grab a little bit, I will grab the rest of my stuff here. And I'm just gonna bring it out over here just so I can see the height it needs to be. Because this will be the final. I'm gonna cap it off like that. Do that. Cap it off again. And we're just gonna follow that path the entire way. Alright, this is what it looks like. It looks a little unnatural, but once I fill in detail, I think it'll look perfectly fine. And then once the waterfall's going down, I think it'll be perfect. I just gotta fill in this entire roof area, finish mining this out, and then I can start working on the castle. So, what I have done so far is I put a little hole here, I let it go down, I kind of guided it here. I fill these all as source blocks, and then it goes down here, kind of sits here, goes down here, and I filled up over here, and I dug out over here. I'm probably going to make these source blocks as well, and then have it spilling into here. And then here I might have put some grates before more reinforcements under it. I'm kind of yet to do the actual wall itself, but I'll do it eventually. The under part of it and then the towers around it. I kind of wanted to get this main base part done first, because most of the grass I'm going to end up switching out with moss so I can have it lit up without just torches everywhere. But up here it's going to be full of dirt. Made the next part. It is going to be wheat, and once it's completely matured, I feel like it'll be good. I think next I'm going to work on the houses right down here, because I want to get this complete side done before I start working on the other side. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Alright, so my plan for this is, as you can see, I just put a stone behind the waterfall. That's going to go like that. So my plan is the entrance to something is going to be right here. I haven't quite decided what it's going to look like. However, what it is going to be an inn. There's going to be a bunch of rooms in here that you can kind of squirrel through. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be an inn. I will come back. I'm doing the broad shape right now. A lot of it's just going to be detail. And that's probably where I'll end this episode. Is finishing off the detail both in and outside the inn. Up there and then outside here as well. But we'll keep working on it right now. Sectioning off rooms. And then just a detail room to room. I gotta get that done as well. Okay, I have decided that this is not going to be an inn. Instead, this is going to be like... I don't even know, but I don't think it's going to be an inn. And I think it's instead going to be one very big house. I do not know. I kind of think it needs rounded out. I hope it'll look better with the castle on top, but I'm not quite sure. And then I think I'm going to change these blocks again to not be stone. I'm also taking a wild feeling at maybe filling it up with stone and saying never mind to this specific part. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to do it, and it just doesn't look too good no matter what I do. We'll see. Alright, I'm getting rid of it, and my current plan is was actually my very first plan. I did not share it, but I think I'm gonna revisit it and see if I can make it work. Is some sort of slums area. So like stacked housing, very tight housing, like ladders to get to certain houses near the top. And I'm just gonna try to stack it like as tight as I can there. And it's gonna be some of the for the lore, which I'm not gonna go deep into the lore. I might at some point, but it's not something I want to think about or set up right now. But there will be, obviously, in kingdoms like this that I want to make, there's going to be poorer communities. It's just how it always is. It's how it's always going to be. And I want to sort of try to make that here and show where they would have bunched up, and like maybe out here we can have full homes that are slightly better, maybe even some like packed little garden farms next to the homes and like in the windowsills. I just want to I just want to fill every spot. I don't want to leave any spot just blank. Like this glass would have been way too plain for me, and that's part of why I want to get rid of it. Even though for the idea that I had, it would have just been a glass window. I could have made it look better on the outside, but at the end of the day, it was a window. It's going to be glass, and I don't really just want to do that just yet. I will have those. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. Especially when I want my base with a great view, which is going to be something along the lines of, this. I'm gonna have glass windows, but especially for littler details like this, I kind of want to lean away from using the glass windows. I'm gonna go ahead and, as I break these blocks, replace them with stone because they're the top blocks. I am not a builder. I think I've said it already, but I mostly do farms, and I don't even make them. I just copy them. Pretty much all I'm doing is trying to go more into the building aspect, and I'm looking at other builds not to copy, but just to get inspiration. I don't want to do any big builds and then just you look online and someone else already has it. It's just not fun to me. But I am looking at it for inspiration, like the slums build. I probably can't get the picture on here, but it's exactly what you would expect. It's a stacked slums, and I'm not even looking at the picture as I build it. I saw the picture while I was doing something else, just scrolling on Pinterest. I saw the picture and was like, huh, that would fit pretty well. So that's what I'm doing. But so that's just my goal, is to kind of get more into the detail of things and try to skip over the easy ways out, like a big glass wall that you stare out of into the sunset, which unfortunately is not. Let's see, where's that? The sunset is not a good angle for this space, but we're gonna figure it out and we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a section down going right here, and then we'll see. And I might bring it out. I might bring it all the way down here. I might bring it like layer by layer out into down here and have a little walkway with each of the slum doors going into their little homes, but we'll see. Alright, so I covered it all up. And I'll do the slums thing later. But I emptied this out. I'm gonna completely cover this, remove these top blocks, and replace them, and then I'm gonna work on this little stone wall right here to go down this side. Alright, I'm going to, down the sides, also place blocks to have it as a support so it's not just sitting on dirt. I'm gonna do it all the way down to the dirt blocks here, so it'll be like right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and so on. Here we go. Alright, I finished this top piece. I'm gonna have this as like a little tower thing. It goes all the way around, and each of these are 3 tall, except where dirt goes up above it. I'm going to finish this stone wall here, just so it's a actual mountain. And I'm basically gonna do the same thing on the roof of this, and then the actual, like my actual base house thing will be up here. This will be like a smaller area down here. Preparing the pickaxe. Alright, I don't want any of this sitting on dirt, so I'm replacing all this dirt here with stone, and it is taking a lot of scaffolding, which is annoying. Alright, so I plan to take all this stone wall down all the way down here and just have one big tower instead of it hanging over. I think that would look better. What I've been doing up here is I flattened out the top, and then I brought these right here, and this is going to be the base, and I'm going to extend it out to down here as well. Alright, we got most of it coming up. I'm going to finish it up here in a minute. I think I'm honestly going to go all the way around. It's not going to be too hard, just this little end area. I'm still going to keep this grass right here above it, but I think it'll make it look better. Alright. I finished it. I might mess with this wall later. It looks kind of plain. This is going up. I think there's a little portion back here somewhere. Oh, maybe I did. Alright, so it's completely done. Next we'll be working on actually building up here. I'm gonna put a cover on this, and we'll go from there. Alright, that's the end of the episode, but the plan is going to be to add a big castle thingy up here, and then it's gonna have like a entrance into this wall to go up there. And up here, I think I'm gonna have a bunch of these towers like this, and then there's gonna be some sort of wall across them, and then whatever distance between the towers there's gonna be. But that'll be next episode. I will continue working on this. Have a good day.